Shut up.
Soon. So, Jonathan and I are from the Chemistry Department at the University of Adelaide, and one of our interests at the University of Adelaide is communicating what we do to the public, communicating the magic of chemistry. So, at the University of Adelaide we have researchers who are looking at developing drugs to combat new diseases, and also developing molecules that store and separate gases for things like, for example, separating CO2 or sequestering CO2 from gas streams, and even developing new solar cells. So today we're going to do a few experiments. Most of them are looking at really energy-containing molecules. And because we're looking at energy-containing molecules, there might be some flames and some loud explosions. So we are experts, and we encourage you not to try any of the experiments we do at home.
Have a better view.
Okay? So, first experiment, I will hand over to my colleague Jonathan George.
Okay, thanks Christian. So for our first experiment, we're going to be looking at a very simple organic molecule called methane. So you may have studied this molecule at school a little bit. It's a very small molecule, just one carbon atom surrounded by 4 hydrogen atoms in a tetrahedral arrangement. And because this is a small molecule, it's a gas at room temperature. It's used, obviously, in energy reasons. It's supplied to our homes as natural gas, used to heat our homes and provide hot water. And obviously we can set fire to it, and it will be a controlled reaction in this case because we've contained it in some bubbles formed by bubbling the methane through some washing up liquid.
Hell yes.
So you can see how controlled that experiment is because the methane contained in those bubbles formed by washing up liquid. So we've shown you that you're in safe hands with the experiments today. But don't try that at home, obviously. So we'll now move on to our next experiment described by Christian.
Okay, so our next experiment we're going to look at the energy contained in gummy bears. So, can anybody tell me what the main ingredient of a gummy bear is?
Sugar!
Yes, that's right, I heard sugar. Sugar is the main ingredient. And so, does anybody know what happens to sugar in our bodies?
He's going to use a propane torch.
It gets turned into fat. Well, what happens to the actual sugar molecule? It breaks down. Yes, it breaks down into what? Does anyone know? It doesn't break down into fat. It breaks into carbon dioxide and water, okay? So what you're doing when you're eating a gummy bear is you're really doing the exact opposite of what a plant does. Okay, so what a plant does is it soaks up carbon dioxide, and it takes carbon dioxide and water, and it turns that carbon dioxide and water into sugars. It's carbohydrates basically. It stores that energy that it gets from the sun, and it uses carbon dioxide and water, and it stores that energy in chemical bonds which it can use later. And so we're doing the opposite. We're taking the energy in the chemical bonds of the sugar and we're breaking them down. Now it's an exothermic reaction, and if we do not use that energy, it ends up being stored in our bodies as fat because it's excess energy. And so what this experiment, I've only got so much to say, guys. Let's get the catalyst heated here. So in this experiment, what we're going to show you is how much energy is stored in one gummy bear. And to do that, we're going to burn a gummy bear. Now, we're having technical difficulties. This is Alex Begbie, our assistant. He's new. The first assistant didn't survive show number 1, so Alex has stepped in.
Did you hear that?
So we're in here we have some potassium chlorate. It's an oxidant, basically just a catalyst to speed up that reaction, which we hope you'll be seeing very shortly. So when you see the flames and the heat produced, it's an exothermic reaction, and that is directly correlated to the amount of energy stored inside the gummy bear. And we need to melt this catalyst so that there's enough surface area to surround the gummy bear. And Jonathan, who's an expert, is going to be melting that catalyst for us. Doing a good job, Jonathan, thank you. I'm going to choose a red one because they burn better. Alright. So, as a bit of information that might be of interest, there is enough energy stored inside 4 gummy bears, okay, which will require you to be on a treadmill for about 30 minutes, okay? So next time you eat a packet of gummy bears, keep that in mind.
Oh, yeah. You've got that.
Alright, you can see it melting there. Catalyst is basically catalyzing the reaction to break down the chemical bonds into sugars and release it as heat.
Wow.
Not too long now.
Doing a great job, old boy. Alright. Okay. I think we're ready to go.
That's cool.
So think of that, that's the energy you'll get from one gummy bear being broken down in your body, okay? Alright.
That's cool.
Hand it over to you, Jonathan.
Okay, so our next experiment is a bit too dangerous to show you live on stage, so we prepared some videos for you to show you another combustion reaction.
That's not cool.
This experiment is called the barking dogs experiment. It's so cool because when it's performed live, it does make a sound somewhat similar to a dog's bark. And we'll show you a video containing a cylinder which has got two gases mixed inside the cylinder. One is pentane, which is a hydrocarbon fuel, and the second gas is nitrous oxide, otherwise known as laughing gas. When these gases are set on fire, an interesting combustion reaction occurs, and the pentane and nitrous oxide are converted into very stable products: carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and water. In the reaction, there are more molecules of gas that are produced than are consumed in the starting materials, so you end up with a buildup of pressure, and that pressure release makes the sound of a dog's bark. So in the videos you can see the flame going down the cylinder as the reaction occurs.